Well, we're back in black, Trey, and
Yeah.
boy, I don't know. I don't know. Before we get started with this movie, I will say one thing. Before we give like a review and all that stuff, I will say this is probably the best acting I've seen The Rock in a very, very long time.
Yeah, he put on a really good performance. We'll admit it.
Yeah,
Because we're honest over here. Even
yeah,
if you don't like somebody, this he put on a good performance.
yeah.
He
I
did.
feel like he was playing an actual another character. Wasn't always trying to be The Rock, always trying to do his bullshit like he does in Fast and Furious. But on that note, welcome to another edition of Reviewing with the Boys. Me and Trey are here today to talk about the
Yeah.
Smashing Machine, about the story of Mark Kerr, pretty much one of the pioneers in the mixed martial arts world, I believe. So I guess this is gonna be a very short stream. It's probably be like less than 30 minutes because there's really not that much to like to go in like in depth
No.
about this movie. Um, I think we can both say it was a nicely shot movie. It felt like an old at the time period. This movie takes place like in the late '90s, early 2000s, and it felt like one of those type of movies. Like it felt like it was like it felt like a movie from the past, like the early 2000s. It didn't look like it was like all digital and all that stuff. Like it looked like actual old film, old camera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Yep.
So, Trey, do you want to do the review first, or do you want to get into the spoilers and then the review?
Yeah. Let's just get into quick spoilers because, like I said, this isn't gonna be long, so we might as well just get the spoiler part out. So basically, it's just him basically trying to go through his career, and at least this earlier or part of his career in this tournament. We start off in like 1997, right?
Yeah, 97, 98, something like that. Yeah.
And I will say, the way they shot it, they did make it feel like you were in 1997. I think
Yeah.
they did do a good job. Whatever camera they were using, I don't know what they were doing. Whatever technique they were doing, it looked good.
Yeah.
Like it actually, because you start off with like him in a fight.
Yeah, like I said, it looked like an early, or it looked like a late '90s movie, early 2000 film. It didn't look like digital. Like you can tell it was like actual like old film. I guess that's the best way like you can describe.
Yeah, it looked like almost like a video camera. Someone filming something with a video camera from 1997. The way
Yeah.
they, at least this start, the first fight anyway.
Yeah.
I thought they did a really good job with that. And then I think you just kind of see him doing miscellaneous things. You see him like he's at a doctor's office, right, talking to some people because
Yeah.
he's treating like a
check out.
reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's talking to these ladies, which that was kind of nice. Cool little scene.
Yeah, like he's in
And
the doctor's office, like the woman's like staring at him. He's like, "Oh, well, he's like, probably wondering what's happening to my face, right?" Blah blah. He's like, I'm an MMA fighter. I'm a, ultimate fighter." Blah blah blah. She's like, "Oh, that's not the thing they're trying to get it banned." He's like, "Yeah," et cetera, et cetera. Like he's got like giving her the whole story. You can tell she really didn't like care. She was making conversation with them though, but yeah. But he's at the doctor's appointment, and it's like pretty much leading up to like his I don't know if we can say the word on YouTube. I guess we can try to his addiction issue.
Yeah,
opioids. Yeah,
opioids. Yeah, because you see that throughout that he injects himself with stuff.
Yeah, and at first I thought it was just HGH. I thought it was steroids, but no, it was opioid.
It was opioids.
Yeah, so he becomes addicted to that. And go ahead, Trey. Go ahead and take us.
What else happens is this is where we meet Emily Blunt because this moves pretty fast.
Yeah.
This part of the movie is he's at the gym and apparently he's already dating her, but the way it's shot, it feels like we just first met her. So I assume they just first met, but I guess we didn't catch on that they had already met and they were already dating.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Like we didn't get a backstory, like how they met or anything like that, and just like we just see him go like so he pretty much he's a fighter in Japan. He's overseas fighter. He comes back home, and like she's making him like a banana like peanut butter smoothie or whatever the hell it was, and like she's just there. Like we don't know the backstory, like how they met. She's just there already in his life, pretty much being mother hover to him and all that stuff. But yeah, like, and he comes down, he's all kind of pissy a little bit, and he's like, He's like, "Do you use whole milk or skim milk?" And she's like, "I used whole milk." And he's like, "I use skim now." Fighter's trying to stay in shape and all that stuff. But yeah. So the scene was okay. That scene was all right, honestly. But I like before we move on, I did not like Emily Blunt's character at all because she her character in the entire movie for me was kind of like all over the place.
Very all over the place, and because the amount of time is given, it just feels like we missed a lot of that development.
Yeah.
Because there's points she just goes crazy and shit.
Yeah, so he's addicted to opioids, and he's like in Japan. His whole premise is, I've never lost a fight. I can't lose a fight. Blah blah. So he goes to Japan. They say like the knees are illegal to the back of the head, and the guy who was Ukrainian, I believe, hits Mark Kerr with the knee in the back of the head. The referee did not stop the fight. He didn't said, try to break it up and say, no, this is not going to happen, reset, blah, 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 nothing like that. The referee allowed it to happen. He's freaking out, going to the promoter and stuff. He's like, he hit me in the knee, what his knee to my head, knocked me out cold. That's illegal. This shouldn't have happened, blah, blah, blah. So he comes back and it's like, okay, that's a no contest. So he's like, still, I didn't win, blah, 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 blah. Then after all that's over with, he goes to the doctor, the resident physician for the Pride promotion, I guess. Like he's just asking, he's like, I know back there you get more drugs like that, or narcotics, I guess you could say. And he's like, can you go get me some stuff? And he's like, no, you need a prescription and permission. He's like, well, I'm giving you permission to go get me more stuff. And like right there and then you can tell, okay, he's got a serious addiction problem here.
Oh yeah, it very much is, because that's affecting their relationship, which I just wish the movie developed a bit more.
Yeah,
because we don't see a lot of that. We're just kind of told.
Yeah, just told, and it's there. And it's like, we see guys like Bas Rutten, who's a MMA. I guess I don't know if like I said, I'm not the big mixed martial artist guy in the world, but I guess you can say he was more like one of the legends.
Yeah, one of the legends for sure.
Yeah, of MMA. Bas Rutten.
Yeah.
He's in this movie too, and like he's like there's one scene where The Rock and her Mark Kerr's character, The Rock, whatever, they're he's eating like lunch or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, eating lunch, and she's like, I found you don't even try to hide it no more. So I guess he was like shooting up in the bathroom, I suppose. And she's like, I'm tired of seeing blood everywhere. Yeah.
Blood, and maybe she found a needle too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, like, she's just like, you gotta stop, you're gonna die. The next minute, he's taking his plate back to the kitchen. There's a door for some reason. I've never seen a kitchen with a door, but like walking between the living room and the door. But anyway, gets the door and just Rampage Jackson it. Like,
yeah, it just breaks it. Yeah.
Have you ever seen that gif of Rampage Jackson breaking that door in The Ultimate Fighter? That's what it reminded me of. Again, who knows that actually happened? I was probably inspired by that, but still, though, like he just breaks down that door like it was nothing, and then just like he's very mad. And then the next scene, like we get like him or her calling his best friend / trainer and a rival too. What was his name? Oh God, Coleman. What was it? Keith Coleman?
Keith Coleman, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Keith Coleman. She calls him up and she's like, he went to the bathroom, went to go in there and do his quote unquote
Mark Coleman.
Okay, that's my bad. Mark Coleman. And she calls him up, blah blah blah, and she's like, "Yeah, I found him passed out in the bathroom." Mark Kerr lost all of his teeth. Apparently, he fell in the bathtub and like he landed on the little like bar, where you put like your soap out. I don't know what they call that. Like I guess like soap dish. I guess you can say.
Yeah, landed on that. And that shit is hard.
Yeah, so he went face forward and busted all of his teeth out in his front teeth.
Ooh,
so so I was like, oh God, like I just imagine that crap. So he comes in there talking to him. He's like, you got to stop doing this. And Mark Kerr has an emotional breakdown. He's like, if you don't stop, you're going to die. And he's like, I won't not allow that to happen. Blah blah blah. So he goes to a drug rehabilitation program. He gets clean, but now like he's not really fighting no more. He's pretty much like staying home with her and like taking care of yard work, like cleaning the pool, cutting the cactus. Which, by the way, this movie, the premise in this movie, like it's taking place in Phoenix, Arizona. So like he's got like a
Yeah.
cactus or a cacti, I guess you can say the proper term, but he's got got a cactus plant or a cacti plant, whatever, and he's like cutting it, and like she's getting annoyed all of a sudden, right? Emily Blunt's
Yeah.
character, she's getting annoyed, and then like she's going drinking with her friends, like all partying, blah blah blah, and she's like, yeah, he's just a total bear now. Like I don't want to be around him. He's not fun. And then like
Yeah.
the next scene, she comes home and like he's like, I can't remember how it leads up to, but she basically she's bitching that he was
Yeah.
clean and sober, and now she's complaining, saying she wants the old Mark Kerr back.
Yeah.
And I'm
She
just
thinks
like,
he's boring.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just sitting back just watching, like, so let me get this straight. You had an emotional breakdown telling the guy, if you don't stop, you're going to die. You didn't want to lose him. Now the guy gets clean, and now you don't want him to be stopped. You don't want him to be clean. You want him to go back to being the druggie. What the actual fuck?
Yeah,
What
I
are we
don't know
doing?
why did they write it like that? I don't know if that happened in real life. Maybe
No.
it did. But I just can't. That is
No. That's like typical woman bullshit there, man. Like, I wanted you to change. I changed. Well, I don't like to change. I want you to go back to the piece of shit you were. It's like, what? You're on, my God, woman. Why?
Yeah, this is
Why?
Yeah. Why did they write it like that? That was
Yeah.
so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it's like I said, I don't know what was actual fictional or or fact, but I was just like, what in the world are we trying to like tell the story here? Like, this is all over the place. And like he's calling up like his sponsor. He's like, you hear that? Yeah, he's like, she's trying to get me to relapse. I can't do that. Blah blah blah. And just like he's calling a sponsor, she's throwing shit. She's pissed. Like she's breaking stuff. She leaves, and like it doesn't tell you like how far in the story, but like in the next scene, like we see the Mark Kerr training again. He's getting back into the MMA world, and he's training with Boss Rutan.
Yeah.
And he's doing his thing, and all of a sudden, like he's training to go become a fighter. All of a sudden, Emily Blunt's character pops up back in the movie, and like she just like I think she gave him like a sweater or something like that, something like with clothing. It's just like, how long were you like guys not seeing each other for? Because it just felt like really quick. Like, oh, it was like 2 weeks. It's like,
Yeah,
you didn't
2
tell
weeks.
us.
Yeah.
You didn't tell us at all. So that happened.
No.
And then like Boss Rutan was telling us, like, you sure it's smart for you to go, get back with her? Blah blah. He's like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Blah blah. So he does that. So she moves back into the house, and like she asked to come to his big fight in Japan, and he's like, no, I don't want you to come to Japan. I gotta stay focused. Now, listen, I've never been a fighter in my life, but I do get what they're trying to tell.
Yeah.
When you have people close to you, like family members or like a girlfriend, you're trying to stay in the zone. You can't think about their safety. You can't be thinking about them constantly. You gotta be anger, hatred, ready to go and fight. You gotta go out there and destroy, right?
Yeah.
So she's bitching about that. And all of a sudden, she wigs out, man. She wigs out, tells people that she was going to delete herself. One scene, she's trying to take a whole bottle of narcotics to permanently go to sleep, right?
Yeah.
He stops her. And then all of a sudden, I don't know where she found it at, but she found we can't say the word because the YouTube's really weird about that. So she found a pew pew, if you get what I'm trying to say there.
Yeah.
She's trying to delete herself, and he stops her. He breaks down the door down. Apparently, she was so dumb she didn't know how to use a firearm, or a pew pew, YouTube, pew pew. And like all of a sudden, like she's having a breakdown in the bathroom, and Mark Kerr breaks down that bathroom door like Rampage Jackson. I'm just like
how many doors are we gonna break?
Yeah. Like, I hate using this term, but man, his girlfriend super toxic, dude. I hate using that term, but it's
Yeah.
the only word you can think of. She's super toxic.
And I don't know if that, once again, if this is fact or fiction. I don't know.
Yeah.
But there was no build up to her doing that to herself nearly.
No.
It was like,
Not at
oh,
all.
we're going here. All
Yeah.
because he said you can't go with him to Japan?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All
then
right.
and then she gets arrested by the cops. They said we're going to take her in. And he's like, okay, oh, can I see her? It's like, yeah, you can see her. But he went to Japan, and that's the last time that we see Emily Blunt's character in the entire movie. That's it.
Yeah. Even though the trailers made it seem like she was going to be like more of the supportive girl. No.
Yeah, it can't be like the Adrian to his Rocky, right? Nah.
Yeah, that's what I thought she was going to be.
Yeah.
No.
Nah, that didn't happen, dog. You know,
No.
the Hulk Hogan, don't work for me, brother. You know. So
Yeah.
that happens, and it's just like, okay, so he gets the fight. Him and his buddy are training hard, and Mark Kerr, it's a tournament for like 250 grand or something like that, and for a
Yeah.
trophy. I think that's what the prize was, right? So
Yeah.
Mark Kerr got a whole different look. He's bald. He's got some weird looking Abe Lincoln goatee going on for him. Like he looks like the Undertaker from the Ministry of Darkness, like goatee there for a minute.
Yeah.
And he's trying to fight in the tournament. He's like, he's telling his buddies, like, it's gonna be you and me in the finals, blah, blah, blah. Came to find out Mark Kerr gets eliminated in the first round of the tournament.
Yeah.
And he's out. So that's going on. So now he's like freaking out. Now he's like crying and just like, I can't believe this. Like, I can't believe this happened to me. And he's like just telling, like, you know, Boss Rutan's trying to tell him, like, you did good, but you did good, blah, blah, blah. And like he's really pissed at himself. So long story short, Mark Kerr's friend Keith Cole, he wins the tournament and he wins the money. And I think he became a legend in Japan. What Pride, which I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not the biggest MMA guy, so I could be very wrong about that. But like, we get that, and then there's a scene with The Rock in the shower. Like he's just like, I'm just gonna take a shower. And I was like thinking to myself, please God, I don't want to see The Rock's ass. I don't want to see it. I've already seen that terrible CGI ass when he was in that one movie with Kevin Hart when he's like works for the FBI or whatever. What was that movie called?
Oh, I know, Central Intelligence, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Whatever. And it's just like, I don't need to see that again. But anyway, all of a sudden you see Mark Kerr just laughing in the shower, like he's like, okay, like I've accepted the loss, right? Then that's done. And all of a sudden we get a next scene of current day Mark Kerr. He is at the freaking grocery store talking to people like nothing happened, like in current day. And just like that's pretty much what we get. And then we get the backstories, like the Mark Kerr and his Emily Blunt's character she portrayed got married, had a son, and they were married for a long time. But then it didn't say if they got divorced or nothing like that. It just said they were married. So I guess that's up to interpretation. Like they're not together no more. Yeah. I'm just like, okay. But that's pretty much the movie. And I will say that Mark Kerr and the way that The Rock portrayed him seemed like a very nice individual until you fought him in the octagon.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But Trey, that's pretty much the story. So
yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, there's really not much else. I guess we get to the review. I'll give it mid. Yeah, I'll give it mid. Rock's performance was pretty good, but yeah, overall, I gotta say the movie was mid and dragged at some points too.
Yeah, I think Cowman had it best. Give this movie about a 5 out of 10.
5, yeah, 5 out of 10, yeah.
I thought the movie was decent. I thought it was, it was definitely the best. It was definitely the best Rock movie I've seen him act in a very long time. Because every other movie The Rock acts, he acts just like Dwayne Johnson. He's not trying to play another character. He's always being himself. He's always being himself in movies, but it's amped up to like 15. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, so, that's same thing every time.
Yeah. So, like I said, I think this is his best acting I've seen from The Rock since the Gridiron Gang.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yes, I mean, I definitely go tell you to go watch it. It's on HBO Max at the time being. Like, if you want,
Yeah.
like, if you want to go see it, we're not telling you not to, but it's not like a Rocky type of film.
Yeah, don't expect Rocky.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all. Trying to think what else I'm trying to say here.
I mean, yeah, it's all right. Like,
is it a movie I go back and watch again? No, it was definitely a one-time watch. It was a one-time one.
Yeah, I don't think I ever plan on watching this again.
Yeah,
No.
I'll never watch it again. If someone wants me to watch it with them, I probably might do that, but I would not go back out of my way to watch this like a Rocky or a Warrior or something like that at all. Like it was not, like I said, it was a fine film. A24 studio, I think, produced this movie. They did a good job. Yeah, they did a good job. I think the Rock's production company was part of it too. But like I said, I think the movie is it's fine. It's not like egregious, like wow, I hate watching this movie. It's not like that. It's just it's a movie, and like I said, it's we really don't know what's fact or fictional because they never said in the movie based on true life events. They just did said thing and just interpreted to the way you're liking, I guess you can say. But yeah. I mean, that's pretty much the movie review for Smashing Machine.
Yeah.
So
all we could really say.
Yeah. So like I said, if you want to go watch it. But definitely not a movie I'll go back and watch again. And to think The Rock gave up doing WrestleMania for that, but that's a different story for the channel.
Yeah.
And he thought he was gonna get an Oscar too, which was hilarious. Like it was a good performance, but I don't think it was Oscar worthy.
Yeah, he still thought he was getting. No, not at all. It was not Oscar worthy.
No. Like,
nah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know why the people of the Rock circle like tells him like he's one of these guys like you're the next Denzel Washington. I'm like, no, he's not.
No,
like,
not at all.
Like he's a great action star. I think we can say that he's a great action star.
Yeah, he's a fine action star. That's what he makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, like it's just one of those things where it's like his people don't tell him like, "Hey, Rock, this is kind of dog shit," and he's like, "Nah, I know how to act." It's like, do you know how to act? Do you really? Okay. All right, buddy. But anyway, that's our review for the movies. So our next review we're going to try to do the Pirates of the Caribbean 2 movie. I can't remember the title of the name right now, but yeah, Dead Man's Chest. Just been really busy trying to. The problem is trying to get us on a time schedule that works for both of us and actually get to sit down to watch said movie because me and Trey are very busy right now.
Yeah.
So, but on that note, I guess that's what we only got to promote for right now. Trey, do you have anything to promote?
I'm gonna review this new movie I saw Obsession today or tomorrow. But yeah.
Okay, so let me drop your link to the chat just in case they want to go watch your channel real quick. Let me go find it for a second. Let's see here. I wish we had mods over here, but it's all good. It happens. So not everyone can be here all the time. Hold on. Let me drop Trey's link here live. Give me 1 second. And okay, so there's Trey's link right there in the comments below. If you watch this back on replay, Trey's comment is pinned. Channel will be right there in the VOD section of the comment section. As for me, Pin Down Podcast. If you like professional wrestling, do so. Go watch it. We do. Me and Trey talk in depth, autistic detail about professional wrestling. And then we do pretty much kind of the movies, sadly, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you like professional wrestling, me and Trey go live pretty much every Saturday. Wednesday, as of right now, we are going to try to watch AEW Dynamite. This is the first time we watched in like 3 months.
Yeah, a couple of months. Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been, in the words of Creed, it's been a while. You know?
Wow.
It's been a while. Yeah. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of here. And if you would like to go watch our friends at Gronking, if you like video games, go check out their channel right now.
Yeah.
They're live.
Yeah, they're live right now.
Tell them the boys from Reviewing with the Boys sent you. So, on that note, catch you guys next time. Peace.